What's going on, guys? Feed Monster 59 here, and we're back with another Fallout 76 video. Last time was the state-sponsored terrorism.
We still haven't gotten Ranger Morales' body back from the Fiends. Sure doesn't inspire confidence in the guys you're serving with.
So, yeah, this video we're gonna do some of the beginning parts of the Honest Hearts DLC.
Let's roll out.
Just because it will be quite fun to play. We're gonna make a quick pit stop though at the Gunrunners to sell a bunch of crap. Why is my stuff getting weird here? What was that? Just Pokemon Go.
Welcome, sir or madam. Do you wish to purchase something? I am...
You are poor. Fuck you. Alright, I know there's a guy at the Crimson Caravan who I can sell stuff with, which means all I gotta do is find the Honest Hearts people. Start up that quest.
Hey there.
What's the difference between yeah, that's different. Alright, does he have any cool weapons? He does have a 9-item, but I have Nefai's stuff. Alright, so quests. Oh, he's up at the Northern Passage there. Alright, we'll fast shuttle here. I thought it was like you gotta talk to them there. Yeah, we're gonna do some of the earlier stuff for this DLC. Stop keeping that crappy machete. So yeah, the sponsor of this video is going to be the MindKeep app. Their no reminders app available for iOS devices. Link will, like always, be in the description below, but a little bit about them. They have a bunch of cool, neat little features like a sticky note feature, which is great for brainstorming ideas, as well as they have the ability to turn a note into a reminder, and everything's in one convenient little package. As well as there's a little bit of security with the app that uses your phone's either biometric or passcode, which is very useful for if you leave your phone open. And while it's not advised for you to store sensitive information on the app, if you decide to do it anyway, or put some stuff that isn't too detrimental, but you still don't want people seeing, you can, have confidence knowing that it'll be a lot harder for people to get. So, yeah. I need a shovel. Fuck you. Anyway, with that being said, check them out. Link in the description below. I use them all for college stuff, so, yeah.
You looking for trouble? Hey, hey, hey! Fuck you! I didn't say nothing about using Psycho! God! But, just talking... Fine. You win, asshole. Enjoy leading the expedition into a fucking ambush. Hope you all die.
Prim as a new sheriff. That's...
Looking to join this earning my keep. Jed hired me on as a caravan guard for this expedition of his. The work suits me. I've tried staying put in one place, but it never... Grew up in New Reno. Then I wound up wasting the prime of my life playing sheriff in Caliente. Little town north on the 93. Talk about a pain in the ass. You ask me, best to keep moving.
Keep the powder gangers away.
Howdy, friend. Heard my little broadcast, did you? Yeah, you look the type. Damn good thing you came along, too. We had another prospect with a pit boy, but he done skedaddled. Something must have spooked the boy. Hang on. Ain't you the one that wiped out the Crimson Caravan's Vegas branch not too long ago? Ought to thank you for that. Knocking McLafferty out of the running gives Happy Trails a market to expand into. Just like that, huh? You got guts, I'll give you that. You sure you want to jump in blind? Ain't got no questions about where we're going or why? I bet you are. But we only got room for one more on this expedition. You'll have to leave your friend behind. Yeah.
Something on your mind? Place lived up to its name, that's for sure. When you got fresh water and a trickle of geothermic power, always be some gang of assholes wants to kill you for it. Spent more years and took more bullets than I care to admit protecting that hellhole from dangers within and without. If it wasn't the 80s or the white legs raiding, it was someone from town drunk off his ass trying to win an argument with a shotgun. Got tired of shooting the folks I was supposed to protect. So, now I do this. Used to be they raided northeast of Caliente time to time. But then the Desert Rangers fell apart 10 years ago, absorbed into the NCR. Soon enough, the White Legs were swarming all over that stretch of I-15. Folks learned not to head north if they wanted to keep their scalps. Eventually, the White Legs destroyed the bridges across the Virgin River over in Arizona. End of discussion. What's the difference? Raiders is raiders. Bunch of them swept into town and dragged off 2 working girls. Deputies and me gave pursuit, straight into 80s territory. By the time we caught up with the girls, there wasn't much left of them, so we turned for home. Made it back to Caliente without further losses, but we was watched the whole way. Never seen so few people cover so much land. Goddamn creepy. If the 80s had wanted to kill us, we would have been dead. Guess they figured we weren't worth the trouble. Imagine New Vegas if there was no Mr. House-type fella keeping the peace. Then give everybody a gun and a jet addiction. Town's run by a bunch of crime families. No law to speak of. Make trouble and you wind up buried in Golgotha outside town. The scuzz factor's off the charts. Non-stop whoring and drugs. Couldn't walk down the street without getting asked to star in a porn movie. So I got my ass out of there while I still owned it. Guess I figured the answer to every problem was rule of law. Naive, huh? Something on your mind?
Alright, well, I guess I can't tell him to fuck off. Sorry, Cass, but I'm gonna tell you to fuck off now.
Inside the Lucky 38? I'm not sure whether that's a blessing or a curse. Sure hope you know what you're doing. If you're sure. All right. Don't be long.
Are you here to jaw at me a while longer? Hang on. I bet you are.
Shit. Okay.
Are you here to jar at me? Well,
Alright. Should be easy enough.
the paths we're following are slow going, so you might as well keep your ears open and listen to what old Jed has to say. A few decades back, folks in the NCR started to hear about a community in northern Utah called New Canaan. Didn't know much about them, except that they were religious folks, sent out missionaries to talk to the tribes. We've seen our share of cults, but the New Canaanites, they were honest traders. Good fighters, too. Raiders wouldn't tangle with them. But then, the Legion appeared in Arizona. I reckon you know all about them. Turns out Caesar's first war chief, the Malpace Legate, was a New Canaanite, Joshua Graham. Legend goes that Graham was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole damn Legion. The New Canaanites wouldn't talk about him. They were ashamed. Guess I can't blame them. Well, at Hoover Dam, the Malpace Legate finally met his match. Hanlon and Oliver kicked his New Canaanite butt right back over the river. Caesar had to make an example for the others, to show them that even at the highest level, failure wouldn't be tolerated. He had Graham covered in pitch, lit on fire, and thrown into the Grand Canyon. People say he didn't even scream on the way down. Not long after, some of the slaves and tribals started to talk. Said Graham wasn't dead. Shouldn't have been any surprise. All this talk bothered Caesar, so he forbade anyone from speaking his name. Wanted to erase Joshua Graham from history. He got his wish. Joshua Graham disappeared, and in his place came legends of the burned man walking the wastes. Probably just a tribal ghost story. But New Canaan's been silent for a long time. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe the Malpace Legate is dead. Or maybe Joshua Graham did crawl out of that canyon and finally found his way back home. All right, people. Been a long couple of weeks, but here we are, Zion. I know your feet hurt. I know you're tired, but I need everyone's mind on the trail ahead.
Ain't the trail ahead worries me, Jed. Those descents we made through that slot canyon back up there. Ain't no way we're getting back out the way we come. And then what?
God damn it, Stella heard you the first time. And the 15th, too. The New Canaanites will know a way. And if they don't, we've got the maps on our friend's Pip-Boy over there. Enough lollygagging. Get moving. And keep an eye out for tribals.
Sorry to bother you with reality, old Jed. Who cares if we can't get back out the way we come? That's not a problem.
God damn it, ambush! Cover people! Watch yourselves!
Sitting ducks here. Here I come! Out! The sheriff once got...
Stella! No.
got a fire axe, which is a pretty good weapon. Wait, didn't I have more stim packs before I left?
Hoy, white legs don't leave survivors often. You're some kind of lucky, let me tell you. You came from outside, didn't you? From the civilized lands. Wow. Joshua will want to hear about this. Joshua Graham. He leads our tribe. Thanks to him, the dead horses are strong and safe from our enemies. He'll want to talk to anyone coming up from Southways. Guess that means just you now. Come, I can take you to him. Good sists. We head east then. Joshua is at our tribe's camp in the...
Oh, buddy, let me loot these people you murdered.
Hold up. See that log over there? Take a closer look. There might be some good stuff tucked in there.
This log!
We follow this path for a while. Nice view of the river. Freeze. Don't move. Cowboy. Whew. That was some kind of lucky. Guess that one was all full of gecko, eh? Don't get used to it, though. Yaoguai are plenty mean as a rule. You can take the path north here if you want, or head east over the ridge. There's a nice view from the top of that cliff, if you want to look.
Sure. But that's where the fucking Yaoguai was, you dumb fuck. So I don't know why you'd even put that as a suggestion. Huh.
Follow the old road south. Nearly there. You see, the shaman say our enemies' souls are trapped in them. But Joshua says it shows we're serious about fighting Whitelegs. See those handprints? Dead horses and sorrows mark them on taboo places. Places from back when. Good thing for you, I don't buy into that stuff. hold up. You're getting all turned around. Check your map and backtrack a little. Like the shadow of a ghost. These paintings show the dead horse's victories against other tribes. Lots more of them since Joshua came to us. Nearly there now. Watch out for traps in the water. Got to keep the white legs out somehow, eh? Here we are. Joshua's just ahead there, in the Angel Cave.
Ya Atag. Ya Atag.
Ya Atag. Ya Atag.
Hoi. Auslander Zuka Joshua Graham. Show respect, Auslander. Joshua Graham, greatest war chief.
We should have given you a better welcome on your first visit to Zion. But from what I hear, the Whitelegs beat us to it. Whitelegs seem to be the only visitors we have these days, and I wouldn't have expected anyone from the Mojave to come looking for us. And you're a courier, no less. Not the one I was expecting, but I suppose he wouldn't have come with a caravan. I don't know if you were close to the other members of your group, but you have my sympathy. I pray for the safety of all good people who come to Zion, even Gentiles. But we can't expect God to do all the work. The dead horses are capable scouts. Nothing passes into or out of Zion without my hearing of it. Happy trails. I remember. They were good friends. I have bad news for your employers. New Canaan was destroyed, its citizens scattered. All because of the Whitelegs. And Caesar, of course. The Whitelegs want to join the Legion. Caesar's rite of passage is the destruction of the New Canaanites, almost assuredly because of me. The good news is that we can help you find your way back. Daniel, one of the other New Canaanites, has made many maps of the region. The bad news is that we can't help you right now, not with everything that's going on. There are many reasons why that would be a bad idea. I will illuminate 3. First, do not believe that because Daniel is a missionary, he is incapable of or unwilling to defend himself. Second, if you harm Daniel or any of the sorrows or dead horses, I will find you. Make no mistake. God willing, you will not leave this valley. Lastly, waging war against good people is bad for the soul. This may not seem important to you now, but it's the most important thing I've said. You're a good neighbor to us. We all go through periods of darkness. In such times, we can turn to the Lord, but it's good to have friends. Daniel and I need pre-war tools to help us navigate beyond Zion. Should we need to evacuate, these instruments will be vital to us. Normally, we would have some of the dead horses or sorrows look for them, but many pre-war buildings in the valley are taboo. They won't go inside. We are responsible for leading and protecting the sorrows and dead horses. They are smart people, but not as worldly as you or I. I am preparing the dead horses for war, and Daniel is preparing the sorrows for other things. He's inexperienced, but he knows enough of our language to ignore the taboos about pre-war buildings. Welcome back. What can... Caesar would never admit this openly, but he knows that I'm alive. I've killed enough of his Frumentari and assassins that have come looking. I've heard one of them travels the Mojave as a courier. Most of Caesar's agents meet a fitting end in NCR territory, but maybe this one survived. I think that would put him and you in a difficult position. Caesar has agents looking for me, but he won't admit I'm alive. And even if you killed me, he can't acknowledge that. To do so would be to admit I had never died, that Caesar made a mistake. No, he lives by his lies and shall die by his lies. There is no escaping it. I am a new Canaanite. We believe we are the heirs of a spiritual tradition, given to our ancestors thousands of years ago. We have made and kept covenants with our Lord God to honor his laws. In exchange, we are promised eternal salvation after this life. A day will come when our Lord returns to judge us all. Until then, we must honor his laws and start others along the path of salvation if we can. That's why we trade with others and work the tribes. We have more than food and medicine to offer. Good news is our most valuable commodity. In a world filled with misery and uncertainty, it is a great comfort to know that, in the end, there is light in the darkness. Every day we move closer to our judgment. We must do our best to walk in the footsteps of our Lord and teach others how to do the same. For many of us, the road is a difficult one, but the path is always there for us to follow, no matter how many times we may fall. Every day, some days are harder than others. In the Great Basin and Colorado Plateau, all tribes are known for a specific weapon. Whitelegs are known for their big submachine guns, storm drums. They broke into an armory near Spanish Fork and have been using them for years. Of course, the dead horses have their wooden war clubs, and even the sorrows have their Yao Guai gauntlets. This type of .45 automatic pistol was designed by one of my tribe almost 400 years ago. Learning its use is a new Canaanite rite of passage. I wouldn't say that. I am the acting war chief for the dead horses. They look up to me for such matters, but I only have the authority they give me. Daniel is the spiritual leader and main link of the new Canaanites to the Sorrows. He's up in the Narrows right now. A great deal. There are 3, make that 4, tribes here in Zion. You've already met the Whitelegs on the way in. In this camp, you'll find dead horses. In the Narrows, the Sorrows. And finally, there's Daniel and myself. We're new Canaanites. But as for why they are here, they are trying to wipe us out. All of us. They want to join Caesar's legion, and they can only prove their worth by destroying the New Canaanites and everyone we shelter. Most don't. It's been hundreds of years since the war. They've developed their own languages. Take the dead horses. We think they were originally refugees from a place called Rez, east of the Grand Canyon. They speak a combination of Rez and a language spoken by travelers who were visiting Rez when the bombs fell. Over time, the two languages blended. I was a translator years ago, but it's hard to keep up with all of the tribal variations. The valley belongs to God, but no. The dead horses live at Dead Horse Point, up the Colorado River. They came here because I asked them to. Before I returned to the fold, I visited them years earlier. I looked much different then, but I left an impression on them. I taught them how to hunt more efficiently, how to maintain their weapons and pre-war equipment. When I returned, they showed their appreciation. The Sorrows have many skilled hunters among them, but no warriors. They have not had to deal with war or raiders for decades. Even though they can hunt a full-grown Yaoguai, they don't know how to deal with the Whitelegs. That's why we're here. We wear more clothing than them and understand more about technology. But we're still a tribe, a linked family of families. The Boneyard, Phoenix, New Vegas, they're just places, metal and stone. New Canaan dies, but the tribe lives on. When the walls come tumbling down, when you lose everything you have, you always have family. And your family always has tribe. Of course. We do. Though the Whitelegs destroyed New Canaan, they didn't destroy all of our supply caches. All forms of currency are recognized here. Caps, NCR dollars, even Legion coin. Take a look.
All right. I was gonna see if we had any good stuff.
Right now, I'd like you to focus on helping Daniel.
Alright, so that's it with me talking to him. Guess that means we now must leave. We'll play for another, let's say, 10 minutes, and then we're gonna end this session. Next week's session, which is being pre-recorded, will, in fact, be much longer. I'm going to be trying to play through the whole DLC through it, but for obvious reasons, I cannot do it right now, as I am quite busy with making a bunch of the other videos for next week. I want to make sure everything else is done first before I do that. So I figured might as well start it up for now for this week's video, and then next week we'll hopefully get most of it done. Is that a fucking Cazador? Oh, you gotta be fucking with me. If I remember correctly, this DLC is pretty short, all things considered. So this might literally just be 2 sessions, not even. What do I need to get from here? I gotta search for a compass. I know the lunchboxes are useful later on, so that's why I'm taking extra, a bunch of them. Alright, so search Zion Ranger Station for the walkie-talkie. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't ran into any white legs. Oh, hey, the Super Slam perk went off as we tagged him. That's pretty lucky. Yeah, I hate Cazadors and all they stand for. Oh, okay, so we could have just stayed on the river and went through the river, but maybe a smart individual decided against it. A follow shock, do you think this is a good idea?
Gotcha!
Oh, hey, there's a,
There are you!
I'm Nawai with you.
You're feeling a little woozy. Oh, fuck, we need to take an anti-venom. Oh, and the game crashed. Ah, fuck it, that's it for this video. See you guys on the next one.